One frigid Arctic night, Blizzy the penguin waddled out from his icy burrow, his feathers all puffed up against the chill. He looked up and saw something strange. The northern lights, usually so smooth and graceful, were twisting in jagged, unnatural patterns. Instead of their usual ribbons of green and purple, the aurora pulsed erratically, casting an eerie glow over the tundra. Nearby, Torta the turtle trudged slowly through the snow, her favorite scarf wrapped snugly around her neck. She paused, her wise eyes fixed on the bizarre sky. "That's odd," she remarked to Blizzy. "The lights seem to be humming, almost like they're sending a coded message." The whole Arctic felt restless. Foxes were howling without a break, and the seals, who usually loved the open water, were hiding away. Something was definitely wrong, and it was unnerving both friends. Blizzy's curiosity took over. His beady eyes glinted with determination. He just had to figure out this mystery. He pointed a flipper toward the brightest, most frantic part of the aurora, which seemed to be coming from a distant ice ridge. "We should go check it out," he chirped. Torta, who was always more cautious, hesitated. The Arctic night was full of dangers, and this strange sky made her uneasy. But Blizzy's enthusiasm was contagious. He practically bounced with excitement, seeing his Torta gavin. She trusted that their combined skills, his agility, and her steady resolve would see them through whatever lay ahead. With a shared nod, they set off across the vast, snowy expanse, the strange, pulsing lights guiding their path into the unknown. As they journeyed through the biting wind, Blizzy's sharp eyes caught a faint glow half buried in a snowdrift. He slid over, his excitement bubbling, and started pecking at the ice. Torta, ever so careful, joined him and began digging with her sturdy flippers. Together, they uncovered a small, glowing crystal shard. It was pulsing with light, perfectly in sync with the chaotic rhythm of the aurora above them. The moment Blizzy touched it with his beak, a fleeting vision flashed through his mind, a towering ice spire, far to the north, glowing with the same eerie light. Torta, intrigued but still wary, examined the crystal. "This must be a clue," she suggested, her voice steady. "I think we need to head toward that spire." The wind was picking up, and the threat of a blizzard loomed, but they knew they had to follow this lead. The journey was tough. Howling winds whipped around them, and the ice paths were treacherous and slippery. Blizzy, quick and nimble, darted ahead, scouting the safest routes while Torta plodded steadily behind, her slow pace helping them avoid hidden cracks in the ice. The aurora grew brighter and more chaotic, and the storm worsened, pelting them with sharp flakes of snow. Their teamwork was incredible. They reached a wide, frozen fjord. As they crossed, the ice bridge behind them began to crumble and collapse into the dark water below. They had made it just in time. By dawn, exhausted but resolute, they finally saw it. The ice spire loomed ahead, its peak glowing with the same eerie, pulsating light as the crystal shard Torta carried. When they reached the base of the spire, Blizzy and Torta discovered it was covered in ancient carvings. There were symbols of animals and auroras, telling a story of a forgotten history. A cave entrance gaped before them, its interior faintly lit by that same pulsing glow. Blizzy, driven by his adventurous spirit, was ready to rush straight in, but Torta's caution stopped him. "Wait, Blizzy," she warned, pointing to the entrance. "Look at the ice walls. They look unstable. They could collapse on us." Just then, a faint, echoing voice drifted from within the cave. "It's poco fa skyfracker, attain the fabric of their world, comage relic." The friends looked at each other, their expressions steely with determination. They knew they had no choice. To solve this mystery and save their home, they had to go inside. Inside the cave, the air grew instantly colder, and the walls shimmered with a thick layer of frost. It was a beautiful but dangerous place. Blizzy's nimble slides helped them dodge falling icicles, while Torta's careful steps kept them from falling into hidden crevasses. The crystal shard, which Torta had tucked into her scarf for safekeeping, pulsed stronger now, acting like a compass, guiding them deeper into the icy maze. They worked in perfect harmony. Blizzy would clear paths blocked by fallen ice, and Torta would check the ground for hidden traps. With every obstacle they overcame together, their trust in each other grew stronger. Finally, they reached a vast, circular chamber. In the center stood a massive crystal, cracked down the middle. Its chaotic, unstable light shot upwards, disrupting the aurora in the sky above. As they stared in awe, a shimmering Arctic spirit materialized before them. Its voice, like the chime of ice, resonated through the chamber. The spirit explained that the cracked crystal was an ancient relic responsible for balancing the harmony of the Arctic. Its damage was causing the sky fracture, unsettling the animals and twisting the northern lights. The spirit's gaze fell on the shard in Torta's scarf. It revealed that their small crystal was the missing piece that could repair the great relic, but the task would be extremely perilous. The crystal's energy was volatile and unpredictable. Blizzy and Torta exchanged a determined glance. They had come this far. They were ready to risk it all. The spirit warned them, only with perfect teamwork can you succeed. With the spirit's warning echoing in their ears, they began the final task. Blizzy, with his natural agility, started to climb the jagged, massive crystal. He clutched the precious shard tightly in his beak. From the ground below, Torta shouted precise instructions, guiding his every move. A little to the left. Blizzy! Watch out for that sparking fissure. The relic's energy flared, sending out jolts of light that threatened to throw Blizzy off. But Torta's calm, steady voice kept him focused. He trusted her completely. With one final, daring leap, Blizzy reached the crack and slotted the shard perfectly into place. The great crystal hummed dingsty, gentle rythme. The whole cave filled with a soft, warm glow, and they could feel the change. The aurora outside calmed, its light returning to a smooth, flowing dance. The spirit praised their incredible courage and teamwork, gifting Blizzy a shimmering feather and Torta a beautifully polished shell as tokens of their bravery. Exhausted but triumphant, Blizzy and Torta emerged from the cave. They were greeted by a peaceful scene. The Arctic animals had gathered, their restlessness completely gone. The seals were swimming freely and joyfully in the open water, and the foxes' frantic howls had turned to playful yips. Above them, the northern lights danced, and then, juttle waves, casting a serene budai tundra. Blizzy flopped onto the snow, grinning from ear to ear. Torta carefully tucked her new shell token into her scarf. She was already thinking about how she would sketch their amazing adventure. Their bond, forged through shared danger and trust, now felt absolutely unbreakable. Back at their home, Blizzy and Torta were greeted with cheers from their neighbors. Everyone could feel the return of peace to the Arctic. Later that night, the two friends sat together on a familiar ice ridge, watching the aurora ripple in perfect harmony across the sky. Blizzy was already chattering excitedly about their next adventure, but Torta, ever the practical one, suggested a long, well-earned rest first. The Arctic sparkled under the restored lights, and the two friends knew their friendship had grown stronger than ever. With the sky whole again, they felt ready for whatever mysteries lay ahead. Thanks for watching our story. If you enjoyed Blizzy and Torta's adventure, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more tailies from the Arctic. We'll see you next time.